Captain Jeff with Wolfpack Tackle. Today I'm going to show you how to properly rig a ballyhoo for our Wolfpack Tackle Ahi heads in 3.5 ounce, 5.5 ounce, and our large jet heads. Alright, we're going to take our leader here, put on our SG crimp, taking our 9/0 hook, we're going to put on our 3/4 ounce chin weight. Just going to use the flat side of our crimpers here to mash down the end. Slide this down tight. Make sure we give a flare on either end of our crimp. Now we're going to attach our 20-pound copper rigging wire. We're going to go down through the eye of the hook, over the shank of the hook, back up the eye of the hook from the bottom. Pull that tight. Finish it off. We're just going to wrap our tag end right around the shank of the hook. Now we are ready to start rigging our ballyhoo. So the first step in rigging any ballyhoo is the prep work. We're going to remove the fins, the eyes, break the beak. We're going to clean the inside of the ballyhoo out and break the ballyhoo's back so it swims natural. We're going to start by removing both fins from the ballyhoo. And we're going to make a 1/2 inch incision in the back. And we're going to take our arrow, our wooden dowel. We're going to remove both eyes. So to start, we're going to take our hook with our chin weight, and we want our chin weight to sit right underneath the eyes of our ballyhoo. Once we have the location, we're going to take our thumb and mark the hole at the bend of the hook. And we're going to go ahead and just pop a hole right there so we know exactly where the hook's going to come out. We're going to lift up one side of his gill, run our hook straight down, and right out that hole we just made. Make sure that our chin weight is right underneath the eyes of the ballyhoo, and we're going to take our copper wire, and the first step is going underneath both sides of gills. So now we got our copper behind both gill plates. Now we're going to take our copper wire and we're going to go through his eyes and behind the chin weight. Pull that snug. Our next step is to close the gills completely. So we're going to go one wrap completely around the ballyhoo. Now we're closing his gills so his gills can't open when it's swimming. Pull snug, keep them closed, and one more time through the eyes. Now we need to secure the top of the chin weight. So we're going to just take our thumb, we're going to push it up, and our next wrap is in front of the chin weight and through the eye. So now we're going to form an X on top of the ballyhoo's head to keep his mouth from opening. So now that we're around the front of the chin weight, we're going to go straight over the ballyhoo's nose and back through his eye. So that's the first part of our X. Now we're going to go under, back over the top of the ballyhoo. Now you can see our X is formed and back through his eye. Now his mouth is closed and we're just going to start wrapping the wire straight down the ballyhoo's bill with our leader underneath the bill. You want to keep the bill about 3/4 inch long, so we're going to go ahead right now and break that bill off 3/4 inch, and we're just wrapping straight down the ballyhoo's bill like so. Now we're going to take our Ahi head. Our 3.5 and our 5.5 ounce Ahi heads have a ballyhoo locking stabilizer. We're going to insert the ballyhoo's bill into the stabilizer. Now every Ahi head is labeled top because they're keel weighted. So we want to make sure the top is facing up, and we just insert, and now the ballyhoo is locked into position into the ballyhoo's head. Because our heads are all keel weighted, the head is going to swim upright. And now the ballyhoo is going to swim upright because we have it locked into the ballyhoo stabilizer. The benefit of rigging with copper wire and not a pin rig is with a pin rig, you have no way to close the gills. So the gills can flare out while you're trolling your ballyhoo and affect the way that your ballyhoo is going to swim. With the copper wire, we're completely closing the gills so the gills cannot open while the ballyhoo is swimming. With a pin rig, you don't have a way to close these gills. That's why we prefer to rig with copper wire. For more information, check us out at wolfpacktackle.com.